with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Nebraska's favorite job.
Generation V.
Providing friendly, personalized service and the largest selection of vaporizers and e-liquid flavors in the state.
Generation V.
Generation V will beat or match any local competitor's price. With a huge selection, great service, and the lowest prices, Generation V is your one-stop shop for all your vaping needs.
Generation V.
With 4 Lincoln locations. Visit us on the web at generationv.com. E-cigs contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues from getting where you need to be. Car problem isn't a thing that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business feels anything but for your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Motor Food is Lincoln's hardest rocking food and cafe. Motor Food creates old school comfort food with a 21st century twist and lots of rock and roll attitude. Try the barbecue pulled pork mac and cheese grilled chicken sandwich, a 100% all beef split grilled hot dog, and a version of their funky fries. Stop by the cafe just behind Outback Steakhouse on 48th Street or catch the food truck out and about all spring and summer. Motor Food.
You don't think to roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
Welcome into the drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back to the drive, everybody. I did that for Nick Sainert. He said yesterday, do not say my catchphrase.
Whoa.
We're starting early.
No, all right.
I did that for you.
Thank you, Raff.
And you didn't even notice it.
I did not recognize it, but I'm sorry.
And everybody who does
now
not
I feel-
recognize that voice, that is Nick Sainert.
Hello.
We've not seen him in
Everybody-
about
see,
like a year.
Rico's acting like I'm incompetent because I haven't been here for 3 whole days. It's not like I took a week and a half off.
But you're a different man now. You're a graduate.
I am. Yep, that is true.
You're brand new.
That is what they say. I got the email. Let's see. Was it Sunday or Monday? I just blend together. Sunday or Monday, where it was University of Nebraska Lincoln officially recognizes Nick Sainert as a graduate, or Nicholas as a graduate. I was like, all right, it's real. Here we are.
Congratulations.
Everything is Elfine.
Your first payment is due next month.
Yeah, exactly.
Nick, you are a college graduate now, man.
I am.
Has it really sunk in? I mean, we tease you a lot, but has it really
So
sunk in?
it hasn't sunk in. I think it'll really start to sink in August
When school starts.
When I see and know a lot of people that are still going back to school.
Yeah.
However, I think like right now, even I told Rico, I'm struggling to sleep through the night right now because I'll wake up and I'll freak out whether it's I missed my alarm, I'm late, I didn't get an assignment done. Like that's how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
And Rico like warned me about that. But the last 2 nights, I have woken up at 2 a.m., at 4 a.m., at 5 a.m., and then finally when my alarm goes off, same thing happened last night by clockwork. And so, I hope that will just eventually end. But
well,
no,
then, like yesterday too, every time you're in the trees, you're like, "There's a bug! There's a bug! Oh, there's another bug!"
We are not talking about that. That was oh boy.
Hold on, we're gonna get back to that, Rico. We're gonna get back to that, Rico. What you think, man?
It's weird how different it is after you graduate as opposed to just like a summer off.
Yeah.
Like when school is done, because when that happens, you're going to go back to school. Everything, is good. When you graduate, your brain's just like, okay, no more school. But at the same time, your brain's like, hey, you have class tomorrow. And you're like, no, I don't. No. Do I? No, I don't.
That's what's going to be interesting is once August rolls around.
It's a weird thing.
I got to find hobbies. I think I'm going to go to the gym today. So.
Watching people go back to school. That's the weird thing is once it gets to that August portion and everybody's going back to school and you realize how much free time you actually have. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, wow, I can do so many things. And then like a year or two down the line, you're like, where'd all my free time go?
Yeah. So it's exciting. There was a moment for a brief moment when I saw everybody freaking out about commencement and everything. I was like, you know what? Maybe I should have walked as I'm sitting there on the lake. I'm like, maybe I should have walked. But then I was like, you know what? I know how much the cap and gown costs to rent, and I know how long those commencement ceremonies take.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am on a boat, and all that just kind of.
It wasn't terribly long, although we left after Holly's college got announced because they don't do names; they just do colleges, and then you walk up.
Oh well, that's crap.
Yeah, they just say your college.
I'm so glad.
And you walk up,
I'm
and then you have to know. So there were like 4 different cameras for people like in the stands that have like little TVs. So there were 4 different cameras, and you had to know which camera they were going to go to, or else you would just miss them walking by.
Gotcha. Well, then that's good.
But they take pictures, and we have
to. I feel much better.
We have to like go to some website and find the pictures.
Rico, you guys were there probably early enough to where they do show the graduates' pictures on the big screens.
Was not there early enough for that. Did not know that happened.
Okay, because they remember Keenan's, Aiden's and Keenan's. They showed it on the cube there at Pinnacle. Just they just flashed.
Oh, we were at Memorial.
Oh, that's
they weren't showing no pictures. This was the largest. They probably say this every year. This was the largest graduating class in UNL history.
That's right. You guys were at the stadium. And that was it Saturday morning? Yeah.
Yes.
Weather was pretty nice then.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
It was. It was really nice.
And the kids go with you?
Yep.
So
I
they were
spent most of my time
running
walking
around.
up and down the stairs.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. It was fine. I was
Good
fine.
for you, Rico.
It was okay. At one point, KJ wanted to walk up the stairs by himself, so that was fun.
Well,
what
Rico,
KJ saw for fun was punishment for me
Yeah,
and the other guys
exactly.
in Nebraska back in the day.
Yeah. I stayed, bent over because I wanted to make sure he didn't fall. So I'm walking up the stairs, and I'm like, my back's starting to hurt. And I'm like, KJ, can I just pick you up? And he goes, no. I'm like, I just.
Well, Enrique, thanks for filling in for me.
Hey, Nick, I hope you had a wonderful time
I
not
did.
catching any fish.
Yeah, everybody's saying that picture is fake that I sent to Jay.
No.
100% authentic.
35 fish to be in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yep. As a group over the 40.
I do believe you spent a lot of time out on the lake because you have a nice little sunglasses tan.
I didn't know.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't see the sunglass tan. I know that was also partially probably from yesterday. Then also I had a nice tan on my neck and arms.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Beauty.
Golden brown, as they say.
Yeah.
You even have a text line worried about the melatonin, about
I
now.
have melatonin at home. I just prefer not to use it because I don't want to become reliant upon it. If that makes sense.
I use it all the time. I have to. If I don't take it, I'm not going to sleep.
When I'll take it, I mean I'm out for hours. I'm out. That's where I worry if I don't sleep past my alarm.
I have the perfect melatonin for you. Just take my kids for a day.
No.
I passed out on the couch last night. I woke up at 3:50 and I was like, why am I out here? What happened? When did I fall asleep?
That's awesome.
Kids will do that.
Yep. No,
Nick,
we're not there yet, so we're okay.
Nick, we played golf yesterday, Rico.
Can we not say how bad the front nine was? Can we eliminate and negate that from the conversation?
Nick, everybody goes through it, dude.
Holy smokes.
How bad was the front nine?
Rico. So I'll say this.
Explain it to me like I'm an idiot.
Now I did have the buffer, and I told you guys this. The last month's kind of been crazy. I have not played golf in about a month, and yesterday was the first day that where the wind wasn't 35 miles an hour or more.
Mm-hmm.
What's crazy, I played the worst golf on the front nine that I have played in my entire life. That is not being sarcastic. In my entire life, and my buddy who was golfing with us even was like, Nick, this is the worst I have ever.
You still had your
seen
sea
you play."
legs.
Okay, I'm going to explain to you the first nine.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh,
I
you owe
saw-
me $5, Raph,
You hang on.
Yeah, you do owe them $5.
and you
I
owe AD
saw-
$5.
How do I owe AD $5?
He took the
Because I
under.
took the unders.
But it was just with you.
No. We brought everybody in on this.
Tell them the bet first.
Yeah, you owe
tell
me
them the bet.
$5.
Tell them the
thought it
bet
was
first. Yeah.
So nope. So we
Tell them the bet first.
so,
Then Raph go.
so it was over under on how many balls I lost because it had been so long since I had played. And we set the line at 4. When I tell you how bad the first 9 holes went, I lost 3 balls in the first 3 holes.
It was bad.
AD and I, we were sitting there going, dang it, we lost our bet. You know, AD was the only person, my buddy Sean and Raff took the over that I would lose more than 4. AD was confident in my abilities, probably more confident than I was sitting there, but we took the under. I lose 3 balls in the first 3 holes.
I had to give him motivational talk.
Yep. AD. The first 9 holes, abysmal.
He gave you a motivational speech?
He did.
Did you pay him?
I did not pay him.
Several. I just told him. I said
Several?
Because it was Nick, block out the noise. Nick, block out the noise.
Block it out.
So your next 3 paychecks.
So here's the
Good.
deal. Here's what's crazy is we won't say specific scores. I shot 6 over on the back 9 because I shot a 42.
Mm-hmm.
24 stroke differential between the front 9
So we're not
and
going
the
to
back
say
9.
scores.
Well, it's fine because we can talk about the absolute
Nicholas.
drastic difference between the first 9 holes
You
of
turned
golf.
it around, man.
I'm just glad I actually
here's
played
one
my
thing I
normal
The
noticed.
golf.
funniest thing that I saw all day, though, was I saw Nick run more yesterday in the history of running
I had to fight.
Oh my gosh, there goes Nick running again.
On
I'm
the
like,
front-
what is going on
On
here?
the front nine,
Oh,
I couldn't
man.
lose more ball. I could not lose another ball.
So you hit him and you followed him?
Well, no, if they went to the rough, he would run after it because he
I
knew
would
right
s-
where it went.
I would
He
see
had a
where
line on
I would
it.
see where it landed.
Yeah.
I dropped well, this one on the front nine, obviously. It hit about 4 trees. It just ding, 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 and then it went into like this
That was
giant
hole number 8.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
giant
Number 8 was so lucky.
Oh,
Big
man.
wood pile.
Raph was so mad.
Nick
A
hit
wood
the
pile the
liner.
size of a
It's going
building.
right for the wood pile. I'm like, well, there's ball number 4. And all of a sudden it deflects, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
And it just popped out right in the front.
Wow.
Anyway,
There goes Nick running.
but then
So
then-
Nick was
then
like those
I-
people that they throw the ball and they try to catch it themselves. He was just like
Hey.
hitting it and he was like, ah.
Yeah, well,
Pretty much.
then I started.
You were in
running.
your own head so much that
well,
first nine, dude.
and then after the first hole, I think I just had no confidence standing over the ball.
Yeah, golf can do that.
I had zero confidence.
I felt sorry for you, dude, because that's the suckiest feeling when you're playing
Oh
golf.
my gosh!
And I felt
it
bad
was,
for
it was
you.
the first time that I've played with Raff and AD. I was like, oh my gosh, this is
They're
not
never gonna
good.
invite me back.
I was like,
Oh no, we heard that also.
Oh, we
I
totally
was,
will.
I went up to her.
I'm
I was
like-
this, I'm probably like hole 5. I'm like, dang, Raff. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like,
I
I was
told him,
like,
Usually not
I was
this
like,
bad.
I was like,
I
this
told
is-
him, I
I
said,
don't proclaim to be a scratch golfer, but like, I am never this bad.
I told Nick
And-
one thing. It doesn't matter what you score. All I care about is you get up. If you want to take one practice swing and hit the ball,
Oh yeah, we
great.
don't do that.
But
no.
if you're taking 45 seconds and doing 50,000 practice strokes and
Can't
then
play golf
hitting
like
one,
that.
and I
Yeah.
can't do it, won't do it.
Yeah, no. So I mean, it was fun because then thank the Lord that I turned it around and had a normal back
Turned it
nine.
around.
I think I had a couple beverages in me, and then I got a hot dog or a Polish dog at the turn after 9 holes.
No.
Just relax and play.
I
golf.
think then I just I started hitting it.
You know
and-
what I noticed? The more that you talk trash to him, the worse that you played, Raph.
Oh no,
I was like, Raph, you're talking a lot of trash. Go left. I hope he loses it.
I knew
That's
knew-
bad golf
No,
karma,
no,
man.
Yeah, no, we're
That's
on
bad
the-
golf
I
karma.
knew I was in trouble all day because I couldn't make a putt. So I was like, I'm going to just.
Oh,
talking
you were
trash.
just trashing him. Like, I was like, dang, Raph. When I'm playing for money,
Yeah,
which we're playing for $5. But when I'm playing with my
$5,
other
yeah.
boys, man, we play like my dogs, my golf, my
Uh-huh.
gambling buddies. I mean, there's some trash talk, but it ain't much because it's like,
Yeah.
all right, you want that golf?
Well,
that golf guy?
The only
I
time,
think- I
though,
think
the
the
only
best
time I would
part-
talk trash though was when there was a chance he could lose his ball.
the best part. Oh, was it probably on 15 or 16? I had the best drive. I had my best
Oh, you
drive
killed
of the
it.
day. Anyway, Raph stands up. There's a
Oh,
big
yeah.
giant valley
Yeah,
with some
yeah,
wooded area, and Raph goes, Nick, there's a lot of wooded area over to that left. And I was like, well, I never used to hit it left. I always hit it right, so I never had to worry about it. But yesterday I was hitting all over the place except for right down the fairway. And so I was like, we don't have to. I was like, it's fine. AD's just better. Nick, block it out. Nick, block it out. And I'm like, dang, this is just crazy right now. I hit one, probably my best drive of the day, right
Killed
down
it.
the middle. And I was like, see, Raph? I was like, go ahead, stand up and see. Let's see what you do. Guy hooks it.
Right in the woods, baby.
Hooks it right into the trees.
Well, I found it.
He did find it. But at the end of the day, I lost 3 balls on the first 3 holes. I thought we were doomed. We responded. We bounced back. We didn't lose a single ball the rest of the day. We finished with 3 balls lost. Perfect line set on the over-under, may I add.
That's called resiliency.
It is, man.
It's fighting through.
He fought through because
That's the story of your college career.
I think the worst part was that when I would go chase down a ball, I would run,
It was so funny.
and then I would get ready to swing and hit another shot.
Exhausted.
I'd be exhausted. I'd be out. I'd be so tired. I'd be like, I just ran 150 yards, and I'm like, this now I got to hit it out of the weeds, and I'm like, man, this is just tough. But no,
That
it
was
was
a
a lot
fun
of
day,
fun.
man.
AD and I tied on the back nine. We're only worried about the back nine. AD and I tied on the back nine. Raph was 3 strokes behind us, so it was fine. It was a
You know
good
the
day.
thing about it though, it was a day to where it was perfect and the wind wasn't blowing.
Oh yeah,
Was it 80 degrees maybe?
Yep.
You know, good times. Of course, I shot what I always shoot in the freaking 80s. I had 87, 40, something like that.
Yeah.
So I birdie 18, have a tap in, and guess who makes me putt it? Nick Sainer.
Of course he does.
AD goes, you're probably good for the Raph. I was like, no.
Hey, Nick said, no, I want to see that.
I said the way he's been putting today, and it was only because I had to look at par. That's all I cared about. I was like, I just wanted to be able to see it.
Nick goes, mark it.
I mean, I root for my golf friends, unlike this
you do
guy.
not. Hey, Nick, there's trees over there to the left. There's
You
trees
were
over to the
talking
right.
trash to him the
I
whole
went
day.
to lose golf balls, but if you notice, every other swing, I was rooting for him on his putts.
Just because
if
you
there
say
was-
get in, turn. Just because you say that doesn't mean you mean it.
See,
Ralph.
I like betting on the score. I don't like because then it's like when I don't like betting to someone to lose a ball because then it kind of blows up the game.
But that was the bet.
Yeah, who made up the bet?
He did.
It was probably me.
Self-inflicting harm, huh?
Well, I got
The
10
best
bucks
is
out
on
of
the
it,
par.
so-
The best is on the par 3, and the water's on the right of you. And I'm like, water on your right.
Did I hit? That was on one of the par.
Oh yeah,
threes
you
that
hit. That was you put around the green.
around the green. Oh yeah, it was about 5 feet from the tee box. And you're like water on the right.
Then some guy's talking in my backswing. Jeez.
my buddy was probably 4 feet away from a hole in one.
Oh, Sean,
yeah, I was so close.
That was on 17.
On 17.
Sean
He
can
was-
play, man.
yeah.
Lefty, and
Yeah.
Enrico can hit the ball.
Just hammers it.
a mile.
He,
Did he make
uh,
league?
Yeah,
last
yeah,
night?
he made it. He made league. So
Because
we're
he
good.
left Pioneers clear out to
Crooked Creek.
Crooked Creek, which is on East O, basically, way East O.
Yeah. No, it was a good time. It was good. He came 3 feet away from a hole in one on a par
I think
3.
he might have been closer
It
than
hopped
that.
right
It
over.
might have been closer than
It
that.
might have been closer than that because it was a tap.
He would not have made it to golf league. I don't know if I might have had to
No.
take another day off. I might have had to take another day off if he got because it would have been his first. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, it was a play. It was a blast. It was a good time.
Well, folks, that was our golf outing yesterday. That was a good time. So, Nick's graduation. Just had a good time yesterday. Lot of news. Does LeBron, does he retire? Does he come back? The Heat face a big game tonight because they could end it all tonight for Boston. And remember, these guys played in to get into the playoffs. Nebraska has a new president, a new chancellor. Not president, but new chancellor. We'll talk about that. Also, a third QB that won't count against your roster spot in the NFL. With Raff, they would have had. Well, I didn't want to get into it too much because that would have changed, I think, a lot of things for your Donkeys a couple years ago. So we have that coming up. Also have some Husker news. The men play tomorrow afternoon, actually, in baseball to see the team go on number 5th seeded Rutgers. They play. So we got a lot to discuss, a lot to unpack. Stay with us. And tomorrow, all day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., broadcasting live from where, fellas? Cedars.
66th and Pioneer.
It's on a front porch, too, so it'll be beautiful outside tomorrow. Folks, message from our teammates. We'll be right back on The Drive. Nick is back in the house in the flesh. We'll be back. The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Spring is here and it's time to get those seeds in the ground. There's no time for delays if your equipment needs a new part. That's why Acres stocks thousands of premium John Deere parts for all your ag machines, planters, sprayers, and tractors. Acres has what you need now. And with a team of John Deere certified technicians, Acres will diagnose and repair your equipment quickly. Visit acres.com to find your location. Our team of parts and service professionals are dedicated to keeping you operating at full capacity. Acres, solutions for every field.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April, and we're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at coppellcars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com. Dive into good times and great savings when you take advantage of the above-ground swimming pool sale happening now at Bonzall Pool and Spa. All in-stock swimming pools are 50% off through the end of May. Supplies last. You don't want to miss out on this hot deal. Visit our showroom at 33rd and Pioneers today. Learn more about the promotion at bonzallpool.com. Bonzall Pool and Spa, every day made better.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
You don't think about your roof area. You should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit Roofing Service Company for more info today.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
NASCAR is known for fast cars, roaring action, and big bucks. The Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion features all three, especially the bucks. Until May 30th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play or Double Play, enter the voucher number, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Weekend. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing, the whole family will unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-473-255. Visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Partly sunny skies developing by this afternoon. It will be seasonably warm with a high of around 83. Southeast winds at around 10 to 20. Overnight may clear, low down to around 57. Touch on the warm side tomorrow. A mix of sun and clouds lay up to around 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to The Drive. Aaron Davis and Chris Raff. 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday. LeBron James left the building last night. That could quite possibly be his final time in the NBA as a player. Do I believe it? Yeah, I don't think so, but we'll see.
Think about what next year's sports season could look like, where it's no LeBron and no Tom Brady.
No Tom Brady, no LeBron.
You know, I don't want to say that. I want to be careful. I'm not careful. I just want to be anyone trying to put LeBron James. I told you, I have no beef with LeBron. LeBron is one of the best to ever play the game. Notice what I said, one of the best to ever play the game.
Not the best.
Does a ton.
Yeah, that's Derrick Rose.
Yeah, does a
Chicago
ton.
Derrick Rose.
And I think it gets
Carmelo Anthony.
People get frustrated.
Come on.
Rico there. People get frustrated with his on-court things. I get that because me and Raff we felt the same way as we watched it last night, and I'll get into that. Does a ton of stuff off the court for kids, man. Build schools, everything else. The dude does his thing, man. But on the court, put him on the court. MJ was never down 0-3, except back in his prime time. And he was not deferring the basketball to anybody else. He was taking that shot. It was going to ride with me. It's going to die with me. He didn't flop. And I tell you, I tried to defend LeBron sometimes throughout the year, but last night was ridiculous. The number of flops in both teams. The NBA as a whole, it's not just LeBron, it's the NBA. And the refs in the league has allowed it to transform into this to where guys are barely getting touched. They're grabbing their head like they were hit with a bat. I was like, LeBron, dude, he barely touched you. He's on there grabbing his head. Both sides do it. Everybody in the NBA does it, man. They're all when people try to just say, "Well, LeBron's a flopper." No, the NBA flops because they know they'll get the calls. Yeah. They know they will get the calls if they flop. And travel is still something that's not called upon very much in the NBA anymore. But it was, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think LeBron comes back?
I think what he does is he does maybe like an abbreviated type season. So maybe he sits out the first 42 game, or how many regular seasons? 84 games, right? 82, 84,
82,
yeah. 82. So maybe he sits out till the All-Star break and makes a return. Because to put those fires out, that's like with Tom Brady. I always think, well, maybe there's a chance he'll return, is just because it's hard to put those fires out after so many years. And maybe LeBron, like they keep on harkening back to his foot injury that he had close to the All-Star break. So I'm sure right now he's beat down. His foot's probably, and he's probably not really caring too much about playing the game of basketball. But fast forward 6 months, gets the foot repaired or whatever. He's like, maybe they were talking about maybe he would have to have surgery. Maybe he has surgery on it, sits out the first half of the season. The fires start to build up again. Then he returns, makes a playoff run. And then that also would fulfill his contract, which will expire at the end of next year. And then that puts him in a perfect setting to where if he wants to go play with this kid, which now he doesn't seem like he wants to play with them as bad as what he did before, but he'd be in that situation where he'd be a free agent, where if that's something he wanted to do, he could.
It's interesting. If you watch the NBA guys, you just see the entire league. If you watch a game and you focus on the amount of arms that are just flailing all over the place, it's actually somewhat comical because you got these dudes that are taller and bigger than everybody there.
Yeah.
And whether it's LeBron and Aaron Gordon getting into it, and I'll stand by this, where if anybody pushes the opponent with their arm on their neck against the back of against the padded part of the basketball hoop, they're not. That's a flagrant.
Yeah.
That's at least getting looked at.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even review it, and I understand this whole like specialized treatment. Like I get that, but that's also all that they do. Like everybody's flailing arms all over the place. if somebody gets hit a little harder with a screen, it's their whole body's jumping back 5 feet and they're flailing all over the place. LeBron tried to get a moving screen or a legal screen on Nikola Jokic, and Jokic was standing still the entire time at one of the elbows. And so it's just frustrating because it's taking away from how good the product could be.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How good the product could be, and really understanding how talented these guys are and just how far and above better they are than any other basketball players on the planet. It's taken away because what's our conversation this morning? It's not about how unprecedented it is that the Nuggets swept them. It's
first time to the finals.
It's not how crazy it is that Nikola Jokic and they have bubble Jamal Murray back and things like that. we're talking about how the NBA is
Flops.
still
Yep.
tough to watch because it's just everybody flailing around.
Well, like I was telling AD last night, it's funny because LeBron James, he'll get the ball at midcourt and just take off to the hoop, and he's a train. It's like you don't want to get in front of him. He's going to run you over, and he dunks the ball or lays it up, and he's all like flexing, like no one's going to get in front of me. And then 2 minutes later, he doesn't even barely get grazed, and it's like, oh my gosh, he's in it. And then they show the replay, and you're just like, what is going on?
I see the
here?
replay. I'm like, dude, I don't think you barely got touched. The guy barely grazed his head. He's grabbing his head like he was hit with a bat. I'm like,
so
come on, bro.
So the reason that the NBA has gotten like this, you can put some of the blame on the players, but a lot of it you have to put on the NBA itself and the
Absolutely.
officials.
That's exactly what we said.
They're the ones calling it.
Absolutely.
And the players have realized, look, if they're going to call it, I'm going to sell it so I can get that call.
I'm going to get an Oscar.
Because, back in when you guys were watching basketball, people were getting clothesline and the refs were just like, it definitely should have been a foul. And the refs were like, okay.
And you know what they would do, Rico? They would call a foul. You might get a T. They weren't throwing you out the game unless it was something just insanely bad. But they allowed you to play basketball. And it was just like one of unknown texter texted here. Enrico, I want you to comment on this. Unknown texter 8037 says, flopping in the NBA is dumb. Crazy to see how it's trickled down to youth basketball too.
Yep, because the youngsters see it.
They see it and they think that that's how it's supposed to be played. And again, the refs are calling it. You might as well sell it. It's like in football. You see flopping in football. A physical sport like football, there shouldn't be any flopping. But you see somebody get touched in the face on the face mask, and they throw themselves back because they know I can get a free 15 yards.
Yep.
If the refs are going to call it, the players are going to sell it.
The biggest thing in the NFL referees have been just inconsistent.
Yep.
Perfect example, Russell Wilson gets body slammed, no call.
No call.
You barely you whisper to Mahomes, oh, that's flagrant. I mean, that's flagrant. That's personal foul.
Well, there's also the superstar calls in the NBA that LeBron. If you hearken back to,
well, he got it last night.
Yeah, if you go back to the Oklahoma City Miami Heat finals when it was Kevin Durant, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. I want to say it was Game 5. They were down 2-1 or something somewhere, or not 2-1. Like I don't remember what they were down, but they were down. Kevin Durant gets fouled on a potential game-tying shot, but they don't call it. And you hear the announcer saying, if he was a superstar, because it was still young Kevin Durant at that time, if he was a superstar, he gets that call.
And then it also gets even wilder, too, is if the Heat close out the Sixers tonight, they don't play another basketball game until June 1st.
Yeah, it's going to be a long layoff.
They were not expecting 2 sweeps.
No.
The NBA was not expecting 2 sweeps. They expect at least one of them to go 7. So they put the NBA Finals at a certain date. And, 2 teams didn't hold up their end of the bargain.
That's a long time off.
Unknown texture
The
says
2 higher seed. Well, 1 higher seed.
Is it? Oh, sorry, AD. You were going to say
I
something.
said, unknown texture says, me and a couple buds are playing Pioneers tomorrow after work. It looks great. Unknown texture also says every sport has a lot of flop anymore. Well, besides hockey, they some tough SOBs.
I will say Pioneers, the greens.
The greens
little
are
tough.
as fast
Oh
as
yeah,
I've
be
ever
careful.
seen them.
Tough.
Unknown texture, they're
Little
running
tough.
quick.
Should Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum split up?
No.
Okay.
Keep them together.
That's
you
been
see,
a big debate.
Magic
Keep them
Johnson
together.
says, blow it all up.
You've seen Denver. This is all, aside from trading for Aaron Gordon and maybe like 2 other pieces, this is all homegrown.
Yeah.
I want
This
to
is
talk
all
more
drafted,
about, I want to
cultivated.
Talk more about Boston to come back.
They could have fired Mike Malone years ago. They could have traded Jamal Murray years ago. They decided not to. And now look at him.
He's a beast, man.
It-
Murray's a problem.
It's
man.
crazy because this Denver team is the most well-connected and unselfish Nuggets team that they've had in a really long time. Really long time. And now you see what they're getting rewarded with the finals appearance.
Hey, well, the OG CJ says Nuggets, Raff, something to consider. Avs win cup last year. Nuggets going to win this year. Rockies kind of stink. Therefore, next season belongs to the Bronco. He said, let's freaking go.
Let's ride.
That is.
And on that note, we're taking a break because we don't want any more of that.
That's how that
come back.
happens.
I don't think that's how that happens.
I don't think that's how it goes.
Folks, a message from our teammates. Nick is in the house. Rico's in the house. It's really Nick. It's really him.
The expert, Chris.
The
Raff.
expert, because he says it on his shirt. The expert.
If you have to wear a shirt that says it,
It's
doesn't mean
true.
It's true.
If the shirt says it, it's true.
Folks, we'll see you on the side of the break. Stick with us.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money. You can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mix Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. Nebco offers great pay, medical, and retirement benefits, paid time off, and we pay for CDL training. Apply today to earn an average total compensation of $50,000 to $60,000 your first year driving. From Nebco's beginnings in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
A lot of businesses say that they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business does anything but best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, as they do with customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Vershawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brandt.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams. From treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly sunny skies developing by this afternoon. It will be seasonably warm with a high of around 83. Southeast winds at around 10 to 20. Overnight mainly clear, low down to around 57. Touch on the warm side tomorrow, a mix of sun and cloud 8 with a high up to around 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. Proudly sponsored by, or this segment is proudly sponsored by Florial's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School, 14th and Pine Lake. Stop by for dinner Monday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m. and for lunch and dinner Friday through Sunday, open 11 to 10 Friday and Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sunday. They've got pasta, seafood, steaks, chops, plus other great Italian dishes. And, of course, they've got Italian wines. So stop on by Florial's. Amazing place, amazing person, owner, amazing.
Since I didn't have breakfast,
AD's
this morning,
hungry
I'm
again.
thinking about food.
I was just saying during the break, man, a sandwich sounds really good right now. But ate like crap at the lake, so that's we got to bounce back.
Oh man, you know what time it is, fellas.
Now punting.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much of biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be. 1941, in his 20th World Heavyweight Boxing title defense, Joe Louis knocks out Buddy Bear in round 1 at New York's Madison Square Garden. Man, Joe Louis was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. I don't know what his name was. Mama called him Clay. I'm calling Clay.
Why did I have a flashback when you said Buddy the Bear to semi-pro and he was, Buddy the Bear. He was wrestling the bear?
2021 PGA Championship Men's Golf Ocean Course. I was there. Kiowa Island. Phil Mickelson becomes the oldest major winner in history at 50, wins his 6th major by 2 strokes over Brooks Koepka and Louis Oosthuizen. Interesting history for Huskers right here, y'all. This is in 2008, May 23rd. Despite criticism, Big 12 will keep current revenue sharing model. And that was the beginning of the end for Nebraska in the Big 12. Harvey Perlman, the chairman, this is from ESPN back in May 23rd, 2008. Harvey Perlman, the chairman of Big 12's board, announced this week that the league's current revenue sharing model will remain in place as the conference divvies up a record $113.5 million distribution to its member institutions. Now, here's the kicker, you guys. You look at this money now, what they're getting then compared to what they get now. They were, during the 2007 season, each Big 12 school received approximately $1.5 million from a common pool from its football television appearances. $1.5 million.
Raking it in.
The Omaha World had reported that for the games on ABC, the participating school received $260,000 for a league game and $520,000 for a non-conference game. For FSN and ESPN games, the figures were $150,000 and $300,000. And for games on Versus, remember that the Versus network,
Versus,
man?
oh yeah.
The sum was $50,000.
Could you imagine if Nebraska stayed in the Big 12?
Oh my goodness.
They were talking about how Nebraska is the only program that operates in their athletic department operates in the black in the Big 10.
Yeah.
We'd be in the red so far right now.
That's crazy.
Now check this out. What you just said, Raff, is spot on. Hence why T.O. said, I'm done with this bull crap. Because check this out. Schools like Texas and Oklahoma, which have the majority of their games on television, receive bigger television checks than schools like Baylor and Iowa State, which are really televised. Former Big 12 Commissioner Kevin Weiberg expressed frustration when he left his job in 2007, saying the issue could potentially prove to be divisive for the league's growth.
Truth.
Was he right or wrong, y'all?
Truth.
Hence why we're no
100%.
longer there.
Very right.
Thank you, Coach Osborne.
And so every time that comes up, and it was very divisive, divisive device, if I want to pronounce it, because you look at T.O. was just thinking, wait a minute, what do you mean the Longhorn Network?
Yeah.
And they keep all the proceeds. It's kind of like, what? And our former Big 12 what was his name? The Big 12 guy, was it BB?
Oh yeah, Don Beebe.
It was BB that was just so pro Texas. It was,
or Dan Beebe.
Dan Beebe.
Don was a receiver for
Nick,
the Bills.
I was thinking, yeah, that was right. Nick, he didn't even make it like hidden that he favored Texas. It was just blatant. Am I right or wrong, Ralph?
Oh yeah, it was right out. It was so much favoritism and so much, but it was like, oh well, Texas is they're the head of it.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad we got out of that. Thank goodness.
Chase B said, I'd take $1.5 million for a TV appearance. What do I sign up?
Longhorn Network.
The American Nightmare says you guys want a really good laugh. Look up the Dylan Brooks flop while he was in Oregon. We'll have to check that out over the break. Yeah. Folks, we're going to come back and talk some Husker baseball. They got a big game tomorrow afternoon to talk about that as well. And also, Nebraska has a new person in charge as the chancellor. We'll talk about that as well. And some other miscellaneous Husker news, along with, does Boston go home tonight or not? What happens, guys? Also, the NFL. made some changes. We'll talk about that as well. A message from our teammates on this other side, and I keep saying it, but Nick is in the building
with the haircut.
And he's almost my complexion.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Perth, 93.7 The Ticket.
And that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find the next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here, summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
NASCAR is known for fast cars, roaring action, and big bucks. The Nebraska Lottery's NASCAR Powerball Playoff promotion features all three, especially the bucks. Until May 30th, buy a Powerball ticket with Power Play or Double Play, enter the voucher, and you could be one of 15 winners of $1,000 and the chance to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship weekend. Enter today. Powerball top prize odds 1 in 292 million.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Copple Chevrolet GMC, and we are celebrating a record sales month in April. We're going to let it roll and crank up in the month of May. We have some big discounts and special interest rates going on this month on selected new in-stock Sierras and Silverados. Buy a new Silverado or Sierra, get $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. You heard right, $3,000 off or 1.9% interest. We have outstanding specials on all of our new and pre-owned GM certified units. So stop on in and see us or check us out online at copplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. New discount must trade in and finance with the roof credit.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batsrats.com. Bats Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Spring is here, and Acres has special financing on all John Deere lawn tractors and zero-turn mowers. Get your yard looking great and use John Deere's wide selection of attachments to landscape your property to perfection. And for a limited time, with a purchase of a new John Deere mower, get up to $200 to apply to the steel power tool of your choice. From trimmers to chainsaws, gas or electric, Acres is your home for steel products and service. Acres, solutions for every field.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln aims and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success for the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Steve's Garage Doors and Services is hiring. They are looking for a garage door installation and service technician with a clean driving record. Experience is not required as they will train for the positions. However, mechanical aptitude is required. If you want to come be a part of a small business where you're family, not just an employee, call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today to apply at 402-480-2840. That's 402-480-2840. Steve's Garage Doors and Services.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly sunny skies developing by this afternoon. It will be seasonably warm with a high of around 83. Southeast winds at around 10 to 20. Overnight mainly clear, low down to around 57. Touch on the warm side tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds late with a high up to around 86. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket at FM.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, and I saw yesterday that tough Tommy Brady bought himself part of a football team yesterday.
Did he?
Congratulations,
he did.
Tommy.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. You know what, Raph? Okay, it brings the account. Do you think does he still come back?
Okay, so I was wondering the same thing. Now I'm thinking maybe he does not come back. However, I've got to believe that there is some sort of contingency plan in the contract that says that he can relinquish those rights to return to the NFL if so inclined. I've got to believe that there's little asterisks at the bottom of that contract. But
I think anyone could do that, whether they played or not.
Well, I think where he runs into problems is being that he's a Raiders owner and how long it would take for all that to go into, like, would it be too long? Would it be too much paperwork? Or so I don't know. Heck, maybe Tom's really retired. Rico,
well,
no tweeting for me.
He's retired. He's done.
I don't know. I see that and I'm like, okay, he's done. But then part of me is just like, those fires, you just don't put those fires out.
When does it finally get extinguished?
When you don't have that ability to play anymore.
I mean,
and he still has the ability.
There's also something to the point of you got to know when it's time.
Yeah, but was it?
Listen to it. Listen.
I mean, he set the NFL records for attempts, completions. I don't know.
I think he's done, Raff. I mean, the way that he did it, and one of the texters brought that up too, where I'm going to come back to how they said LeBron probably won't for a certain reason. Well, I want to come back to that after a second. The video, now granted, we've seen this movie before, all right?
Yeah.
But the video, it was no press conference. It was no people. It was just him on the beach speaking into his phone and releasing the press saying, I'm done. I've already did the dog and pony show around the league. I'm done. And here's what I do know firsthand. The Bucks protected him that last year because there was some major drama going on in that locker room. And I know that for a fact. And they kept it silent. And I know that for a fact with some buddies in the NFL and some coaches that I know that are coaching the NFL. They protected him. It was time.
I also want to know, like, this would be now the second time that he's unretired. And what does that do to a legacy? Like, what does that do for, maybe not, legacy is not the right way to look at it.
You said if he was to come back again?
If he was to come back again,
Yeah.
it's one of those things where
That's
it's like,
another thing, too.
It's like, what does that do for people's perception of Tom Brady?
Well, you start becoming a little boy that cried wolf at a certain point.
Just continuing to just, how do you put value or stock into anything that he says, really?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm not closing the door completely though. I got it open just a tad.
Just a tad. So are we
just
like
a scotch?
85-15?
Yeah, probably 90-10.
Okay.
Just a scotch.
Yeah, I'm never going to say never.
Yeah.
You know, kind of the background on it. Post on the Athletic says Davis has been looking, speaking of Mark Davis, he's the owner of the Raiders, has been looking for a limited partner, was in talks with Magic Johnson a year ago. Johnson wound up being part of the Commanders' new ownership group. Brady has previously bought ownership stakes in the Las Vegas Aces of the WNBA and the pickleball expansion team in the MLP. Davis is also the primary owner of the Aces. Brady, 45, of course, retired in February, 23 careers, 7 Super Bowls. Now, think about this, guys. What does that mean to his broadcasting?
They said, Fox said that they're fine with him owning a team and doing broadcasting.
Because many other broadcasters have interests in other companies and organizations.
If he does his Fox deal.
Yeah, that's still
That's the thing.
Too.
I mean,
I don't think he ever does it.
I'm starting to lean towards not at all either.
I don't, with Brady, you just kind of just see how he's, because he's out and about a lot. Of course, he doesn't have that. Does he want that restriction for 18 weeks out of the year?
Yeah, I
and the research and the study that have to go into that. Now, Brady is a sharp guy. Now, Romo, people say, well, Romo does it. I think Romo and Brady are two different cats, though, man. You can tell Romo really loves dissecting and things of that nature. I don't know if Brady likes to do that or not, man.
I don't know if he ever does it.
I honestly don't know. Well, and one thing I will say is when you're at that level, I'm not sure there's much prep that goes into it. I think
what I mean, the interviews with the players and all that stuff.
Yes,
not as far as prep, because he knows that stuff.
The knowledge,
but just the
he's
interviews with guys, the travel.
There, yes,
he's going to be the fly-in. If he ever does it, he'll be the fly-in Saturday guy, do the game on Sunday, and he's out of there because I don't see him, the guy flying. Okay, well, we went out to practice yesterday and we spoke to Tua Tagovailoa. It's like,
yeah,
he's not going to ever be that guy.
He also just doesn't have. I don't know. Does he talk enough for it? Like, can you picture Tom Brady talking enough on a broadcast?
Yeah, I see.
It's just really weird. Like, obviously, it's easy to
he'll look
hear,
good in the pictures.
It's obviously easy to hear Romo, because we hear him every Sunday now.
Yeah,
and his voice is kind of like ingrained into our minds. But like, we barely heard, like, granted, Tom Brady in the press conferences and things like that. Yeah. But like, up until like the last couple of years, we barely heard about Tom Brady, like talking Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
It's really weird. I just don't know. I'm always, remember how well Greg Olsen did for filling in for Tom and filling in for that 1 year just on a whim. And it was like Greg Olsen did a really good job with Fox's #1 team.
Yeah.
And
that might play a factor in it too, because then now
they have somebody.
Because you have him, and then all of a sudden Tom Brady comes in, and maybe Tom Brady's not up to par. I mean, they basically hired him just off name and prior football, but they didn't know really anything about his broadcasting abilities.
But that's what's weird is what you said is if he comes in and he just doesn't do well or isn't as
I don't know, as good as Romo is, doesn't give Fox their version of Nance and Romo. They can't just sit there and just say, well, yeah, you're going to be on the number 3 team. Not with that kind of money they're shoveling out.
345 million.
375.
375. And for Brady, it's not about the money.
No.
It's not about the money for him, man. It's not about the money. I like Raff. I think I agree with you. Well, both of you in that I see him flying in on a Saturday.
Oh yeah.
And the moment that game ticks off, he's out.
See you later.
He's out. He's not going to be there on Tuesday in practice and in players meetings and all the rest of that stuff. Doing all that, I just couldn't see him do. And we could be wrong. Maybe that keeps the fire burning where he is part of those sessions he sees. But I just don't see that with his demeanor. I just don't.
I don't either. I think he's got so many more business interests too that at the time when he signed that contract, what was that 2 years ago now, he didn't have all this stuff in the hopper. And it just seems like right now he's trying to, he's still got his Brady brand that he's still trying to, get that, to a prominent place. And then you've got, like you said, he's got the pickleball league. He's got, I forgot the other Vegas team, the women's basketball team.
Aces, Las Vegas Aces.
So he's got a lot of stuff going on. So
got the commercial with Hertz.
What's that?
With Hertz, HERTZ, the rental car company.
I think you're going to see him in a lot more commercials coming up now.
And he's trying to make his ex-wife jealous. No,
There's something came out with Kardashians and him. I don't know.
He better stay far away.
I love all the links.
I hope he stays far away from the Kardashians, man. I mean, no man has ever come back the same. I hope he stays far, far away from the Kardashians. Far away. No man ever come back the same. Kanye, he's still out there, man. I mean, oh man, that is a graveyard.
That's awesome.
That is a graveyard.
Oh, Tommy.
Unknown texter says dissects plays now because he couldn't do it as a QB. Brady could. That's probably true.
He was pretty good. He was a good player, though.
Yeah, Braun was a good player.
He just had some problems that got to the playoffs and need to have a little
Pistol Pete. If you're listening, Pete Ferguson, sorry to bring up bad news, but it seems to be a common narrative with quarterbacks in Dallas right now, man. And here's why I want to come back. American Nightmare, thank you for texting that because it reminded me of something. He says, the American Nightmare says LeBron has 2 years left because he said he wants to play 1 year with Bronny. So after that year, I think he'll retire. Here's another reason why I don't think he'll retire yet. LeBron does want that send-off. Mm-hmm. He wants to declare it and be swooned all over the country. And, like I said, I'm not a LeBron hater. I think LeBron is one of the greats, not the GOAT. He is one of the greats. Yep. And he deserves that, in my opinion. Yep. I mean, the guy's played, how many years now?
2003. So
19. He was part of that. Yeah.
20,
yeah. So, I mean, he deserves that. Regardless of what you may think of his antics on the court, the flopping, etc., the dude he's a beast. Mm-hmm. So I don't see him retiring yet. I see him making that declaration to pick, this is my last year, and do all the arenas around the league and, get the rocking chairs and all the rest of that stuff. And and quite honestly, his ego is going to want that. Yeah. LeBron does have that ego, like a lot of the greats do. He does want that last send-off and that last hurrah from fans around the league. So I do see that happening right there. Another thing that happened, you guys, we talked about the third QB. Raff, okay, so the NFL teams will be allowed to dress a third quarterback on game days without using an active roster spot. Here's basically the basics of it. The new bylaw allows the team to activate a third QB during the game if the club's first two quarterback on its game day active list are not able to participate in the game due to injury or disqualification. The new rule was approved Monday at the Spring League meeting in Minnesota. Its approval follows a 2022 NFC Championship game that saw the 49ers have to reinsert an injured Brock Purdy into the game after backup Josh Johnson entered concussion protocol.
Correct.
Raff, Nick, think about this. Now, it was during COVID year, I understand that. However, one of the worst, and the NFL's made a lot of dumb decisions over the league. Over time. That was not only foolish, it was dangerous. Where they made, right? If you tell the story what happened to Denver, that was one of the worst games I had ever seen in my life. It was an embarrassment.
Yeah, the NFL before the Saints game and the Broncos quarterbacks, they caught them in the meeting room without their masks on, so they basically suspended the both of them or put them in COVID protocol. Broncos didn't have any other quarterbacks, so basically they had to take a receiver that played quarterback, Kendall Hinton. that had played quarterback in college.
In college, Nick.
So he had basically one night to prepare, and then it was just a complete mess the next day. The thing too, like I look back, I just think this is good for the game, but it's also good. Like most NFL teams only carry 2 active quarterbacks. That's always been what they've done. So being now that they'll have a third emergency, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be pretty, because usually if you get down to your third quarterback, it's really not great, but it's better than there's been times in the past, years where it's been like, well, like I remember the Broncos, for instance, Rod Smith had played quarterback at, where was it, Missouri State. So there were a few times where Broncos quarterbacks would get hurt, and they'd be like, well, if need, Rod Smith will be the third team quarterback. And you're just like, oh, this.
Well, guys, the perfect example is this last year with the 49ers.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
Exactly.
And then you had a little bit of an asterisk away on their NFC championship loss because everybody's freaking out, and the 49ers players are coming out there saying, well, we didn't play with the quarterback because McCaffrey had to fill in time. Like, you had Christian McCaffrey playing quarterback, and so
then you're putting the hurt person in this situation, because he feels like Purdy was out there and he knew he was injured, but he didn't want to let his team down.
Yeah. And
then he threw a pass, and you're like, oh my goodness, he can only throw the ball 5 yards in the air.
I will never forget seeing some of the balls that he threw. It did not look good. And they had to.
So at least now there's an option, that they can. So that was smart.
And it won't count towards an active spot?
No.
Gotcha. So here's a few more rules on it. The emergency activation cannot be as a result of a head coach's in-game decision to remove a player from the game due to performance or conduct. And if either of the injured quarterbacks initially designated as active for the game are cleared by the medical staff to return to play, the emergency third quarterback must be removed from the game. So obviously the first two can't just be screwing up, throwing picks left.
I mean,
right.
it's an emergency.
Yeah.
They've got to both be
injured,
completely finished,
not hurt, injured
for it to come into play.
Yeah, they both got to do it. Well, folks, it's a lot of changes that have taken place in the NFL. The only other change I'd like to see happen in the NFL, man, make better Thursday night game matchups, man.
Well, they went to a flex schedule.
Exactly, so they can be fluid.
Which I'm not a huge fan of Mark Davis, the Raiders owner, but he made a really good point yesterday where he said, imagine that you have a Chargers game versus a Raiders game, for example, and you're planning to drive up there on Sunday, or you're planning.
Yeah, this is the mess,
right? You're planning to drive up there on Sunday, but now they're going to have a flex on Thursday, where if it gets selected for the Thursday night game, you got to change. Fans got to change hotels. Fans got to change travel arrangements. You got to worry about getting work off. You have to worry about all these other things that you had already been planned months in advance, weeks in advance, more realistically, weeks in advance. And now just that week when it gets selected for the flex, you don't know how you have to change things, or you just still kind of just waiting. And if you guys know this, if you book hotels at the last possible minute, going to be more expensive than ever, especially if it gets selected for a Thursday night game. So that's where it kind of gets messy. So I agree with you want Thursday night games to be better, but I think the flex is okay to an extent. I think for Sunday, Monday, or I should say, for Sunday afternoon or Sunday night, whichever one you want to do.
Same day at least. Because it doesn't screw up everybody's travel plans. It's still possible to get to work on Monday, like things like that. But I also too, I look at the NFL these days too. It's like, I know they say that they care so much about the fans, but it seems like now the NFL is more about, well, the TV revenue money and the spreading at the game internationally. Because I guess that for me, here you're a season ticket holder for say 40 years, 50 years, and you've been to like every I don't know, Chiefs game, Broncos game, whatever, Steelers game, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, and now we're going over to Germany, and it's like you're taking it's like
yep,
I don't
that's
know.
Another thing.
Germany, Mexico, Europe, London.
It's like I just feel like you're taking
Germany's
the teams away from these fans that have supported them for all these years in an attempt, to spread the game internationally. Because there will be, I think Jacksonville will end up being in London here in the next couple of years. which that'll be a whole different.
Sure.
Whole
Think
different
about
ballgame.
this, you guys. If you're an NFL player,
get drafted and you're going to London.
Yeah, I mean, just the logistics of something like that. I mean, okay. Now, granted, they probably would wait eventually. I'm not sure how they would do it. You're in Seattle. Your game's in London.
Enjoy your flight.
I mean, I just don't understand the thing. I can understand even, like I said, an exhibition game, preseason game, or something like that over there. But to me, it's ridiculous to establish a league over the pond.
Yeah, I think all international games should be preseason games.
Yeah, preseason, man. I just think it's
and
crazy.
I know the NFL will be like, well, no, we're not spreading the game internationally. And, rah, rah, rah. And I'm
well,
like,
you have to be careful though if it's preseason, because you talk about expanding your fan base, you can't talk about wanting to incorporate international waters in your league. Then you got to make sure people are caring about those games.
Yeah.
Make sure the players care, because you could argue if you're a player, why for a preseason game, why would you want to? If you're Christian McCaffrey or you're Tom Brady in that sense, why would I fly over there for a game that doesn't matter?
Yeah, true.
So that's the tough part about that.
That's a bind. That upsets me every year. Like the Chiefs are giving away a home game this year to play. And I'm just like, you're giving away, you got these crazy, rambunctious Chiefs fans, and you're basically taking a home game away from them. And that's the one where Tyreek Hill is going to return back to Kansas. I'm like, you just took away an amazing game.
Storyline.
It's like, oh my goodness. So that's the stuff I see. I don't know. It frustrates me every year where they're just, luckily with the Broncos, all their overseas games have always been away games, because usually it's Jacksonville or whatever. So it's like, thank you very much. But that would stink that you have season tickets and it's like, and we're taking one of the games away from you.
Well, folks, when we come back, we're going to talk about some more Husker sports, in particular Kevin Warren, the situation he kind of left the Big Ten in as far as the TV rights deal. Shocker. Shocker. Also, Trev Alberts, Nebraska AD. I mean, he is determined to make it the biggest women's sports event in world history on August 30th. We'll talk about that when we come back. And I'm going to say it again. Nick is in the building.
Hashtag back.
Hashtag back.
Hashtag haircut.
Take a little more off the top.
Sorry.
Oh, folks, we'll be back after some messages from our sponsors and teammates. This is The Drive, The Ticket.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to hop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to gelandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Your network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. Time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofibra.com/FYI.
Tailored Life is now open in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, shrubs, vines, perennials, and colorful annuals. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
It's May, and that means the school year is almost over and summer road trips are on the horizon. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride. Summer road trips are just around the corner. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, listen up. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. If you're in Lincoln, Waverly, or the surrounding area, contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Some kids worry about making the sports team. Others worry about where they'll sleep tonight. In Lincoln, 300 kids are in need of a safe and loving home. Cedars is here for them, but we do need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. And on Give to Lincoln Day, your gift goes even further. I'm Jim Blue, president of the Cedars organization, and I'm asking you to go to givetolincoln.com to make your gift to Cedars and support Lincoln's kids today.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstorats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, everybody. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. So apply today at sandhills.jobs. Boom.
Got it.
Boom, 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 boom. See, I tricked you there, Nick.
I appreciate it. Sounds much more organic and authentic.
But all right is sort of like my tagline. All right, everybody.
Guys, I don't know if you saw this. Max Anderson, just real quickly.
Yeah.
Max Anderson and Bryce Matthews both got first team All Big Ten
Yeah.
honors.
Yeah.
Max
Nice.
Anderson.
Now go win a championship.
Max Anderson was one of 2 players in the entire conference to be a unanimous selection.
Nice.
Who had second?
Shea Shanneman?
Shea Shanneman got third team.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe Swanson got second team.
Congrats
Never
to those
forget, guys. I don't know. Do you guys know how the story of why Max Anderson is at Nebraska? So Max Anderson had committed to Texas A&M. What are you smiling about, Raff? You got jokes?
I wanted to hear your story. Why is it if I smile at you, you think something's wrong?
Anyway,
hit it left, Nick. Get in the woods. Get in the woods. Get going. Get going.
Hey, Nick,
different
Nick,
game.
do you see the water on the right there?
Hey,
I do.
I support.
Tell us the story.
Anyway, real quickly. He was supposed to commit to Texas A&M, signed to Texas A&M. He's same age as me, so graduated in 19. Anyway, he ended up being a COVID casualty. With COVID allowing all the scholarships or super seniors
Too many people
to come back, Texas A&M had to nix some scholarships.
Gotta go.
And so he was
They nixed his?
They took away his scholarship. Max Anderson. I'm talking Texas A&M.
You heard Nick's. Rico was like, Nick's? Must be Nick's.
Texas
Like, that's
A&M.
good.
Texas
Oh, no.
A&M. So from Millard West High School, it was real late in the process. Will Bolt had just gotten here. Texas A&M said, "Hey man, listen, we got guys that are coming back because they're just able to. We don't have enough room for you." He ends up. I had a lot of interests. Obviously, was down in the dumps a little bit. Ends up committing to Nebraska, and that's how Nebraska now got their Big Ten unanimous selection.
Boom.
It's crazy. It's crazy how it works out because think about this baseball team without Max Anderson.
And everybody thinks COVID was so bad.
Well, Raph,
COVID stunk.
I mean, it was
It
bad.
was horrible.
Yeah.
Dude,
So,
I
I mean,
do not
that's
want
crazy.
those days back for nothing, man. That was just, I'm a very introverted extrovert. I mean, I have no problems being by myself for long periods of time, but that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was a tester.
Yeah. I mean,
that was the halftime that went longer than that was like a Super Bowl halftime
Yeah.
times 30.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous, bro. That was ridiculous.
So,
what else is ridiculous? You know, I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. Just the way that Warren left this situation. Now, granted, it's almost like it's like, yeah, I'm done, and wanted to know the details, what's going on. This TV deal, and Trev was, you know, and rightfully so, kind of stuck away from it. You know, when they were talking about on his Monday weekly not podcast, but interview, whatever you want to call it. But the deal that was out there. So here's the deal. Okay. On Sunday, ESPN's Pete Thamel reported some issues brewing behind the scenes with the new media rights deal. Okay. Reported that former Commissioner Kevin Warren promised NBC the 2026 Big Ten title game and full autonomy to schedule November night games. The league has agreed to a primetime package with NBC, but traditionally they stop playing night games after the first weekend in November. Warren could potentially cost the Big Ten schools, look for this number, y'all, a combined $70 million. Now, remember earlier we were talking about that little $1.5 million, $70 million or $5 million apiece. I was declined to get into any of the details of the report, but he did say, I would just say admit all the details and the granular things that frankly still need to be worked through. I don't mean to minimize those, I've said, but think about this at the core, what makes challenging. If we're talking about 3 elite linear television networks, you're talking about this always, the vision all along to do our best and try to own Saturday in college football with the Big Ten. That's a lot of money, y'all.
Yeah.
My thing is this, what communication did not happen when he left the job?
Yeah.
I mean, that's major. That's not like you forgot to take your name tag off the door. This is major, man. This is $70 million.
Well, and you talk about schools not wanting to now play in November night games. You talk about how Kevin Warren told NBC that they would get the 2026 Big Ten championship game, which is a violation of the contract.
Yep.
So now schools have to pay. I think it's okay. Hold on here. I have it. John Orrand of Sporting Business Journal said this: Big Ten schools have to pay back nearly $40 million to Fox because Kevin Warren delivered NBC the Big Ten football title game without the full authority to do so.
Read it again, Nick.
Big Ten schools have to pay back nearly $40 million to Fox because former Commissioner Kevin Warren delivered NBC the Big Ten football title game in 2026 without the full authority to do so. Now, here's also this. Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State have said, and Albert's kind of talked about this a little bit yesterday. Michigan, Ohio State, and Penn State have said they will not play late November night games that would would be on a NBC affecting tens of millions of dollars of value. So with Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State not wanting to play night games, that was the NBC time slot. Was that night game?
I've only got two words.
Remember, you had Fox's big game at 11. You had CBS's in the middle and NBC at night. And so now, if those three of the Big Ten Conference biggest brands don't want to play in November when it matters most, right? When you got the championship division races coming down the front. Man, you're kind of.
How could you, Raff? Go ahead, man.
Yeah.
You say,
well, I got two words. Go Bears. and then you're looking at, I guess, with those teams not wanting to play night games, then the USC's, UCLA's, and Nebraska's, I guess, fall into that.
I would suppose so.
That is so. He was just out there just making deals and just not even caring.
And then lastly, in addition,
whatever.
Schools have to pay Fox $25 million for lost 2020 football game inventory. So during that COVID year.
Oh man.
To me, that I just don't understand how you, first of all, make that type of commitment without the approval of all schools.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. I simply, and you know what? Here's the thing, you guys. Now think about this. Maybe that's why he did take that job.
I was
He's
just
going to be fired in the first place.
Because he made that jump so quickly. I was like, maybe he knew that the wheels were turning and his dealings were going to be exposed, which they have been. And it's a lot of money, that you're basically giving back.
40 million, Raff.
Well,
due to ill.
Okay, think about this.
Planning. The COVID year, 2020.
Yeah.
He makes the leaping and the beginning decision to not play.
Yeah, and then play, and
then you have schools come out and say, well, wait a minute. We did not agree to this. We didn't know you were even thinking about this here.
Yeah.
He seems to have been a guy that has always been on his own. Like, I don't need anybody else. I'm just going to make this decision strictly on my own. When you have all these okay, think about 40 million for Nebraska is a lot of money, but we're fine. Think about a smaller school like a Rutgers.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have that base like we have?
Yeah. Well, it's Northwestern, Purdue.
Northwestern, it hurt them a little bit, but they're such a prestigious school.
Such a prestigious.
Yeah.
Thank goodness Colorado's not in the Big Ten.
Oh yeah.
Well, Dion,
we don't have the money.
We're gonna file.
We got an IOU here for you.
You might want to keep this one. Yeah, play that clip.
I gotta search it, but we're gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean, $40 million. You think about to a Purdue, a Rutgers.
Oh man.
Some of your smaller population-based schools as far as attendance.
And they've already spent it. Once they got that, it was
$40 million.
Putting money into the facilities.
Yeah, here it is.
Listen, Mr. Samsonite, about the briefcase. My friend Harry and I have every intention of fully reimbursing you.
Open it up. Open it up!
Go ahead. Open it up. Do what he says. Harry.
This is those schools want their money back.
What is this? What is this? Where's all the money? That's as good as money, sir. Those are IOUs.
Kevin Warren says so.
Go ahead and add it up. Every cent's accounted for. Look. See this? That's a car. $275,000. Might want to hang on to that one.
$275,000. Might want to hold on to that one.
Oh my gosh,
awesome.
man.
Yeah,
You talking about just a major management fault, if you would. I just unconscionable. When I first read them, I'm thinking $40 million.
And to make matters worse, it's Kevin Warren who followed up a guy in Jim Delaney who stabilized the conference.
Yes, he did.
Transitioned into this world where it's like TV networks and conference networks became a true thing, to where it was the Big Ten Network gets evolved and all that as well. So the Big Ten Network and it begins. So
Yeah, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Unknown texter, I'm not sure how he got the qualifications, whether it was DEI or not, but I tell you what, he did not get it done. That is for sure. There were some things he did well, but he was always pretty polarizing, always very polarizing, man, and very arrogant in many aspects of it. It's cost us. It's going to cost schools. It says the carbologist, yes, it only comes out to $5 million per school. Nebraska spent more than that time to get rid of Frost. That's true, but you don't want to give away money because of someone's egregious mistake.
Well, and then
I don't care if it was 50,000.
They've got that $5 million, and like in Nebraska, I know we kind of look at money as kind of almost like fun money because we spent so much of it on coaches and stuff like that. But these schools don't have that type of money. I mean, you harken back to Colorado, they didn't have the money to pay Dion, which was only so.
And Garbologists, I see your point, but at the same time, I don't want to pay someone because of somebody else's mistake.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, if I'm firing my coach, that's one thing. I'm pulling the trigger on it. But when because someone was just arrogant,
Big Ten,
that would piss me off.
Big Ten's going to file a lawsuit against Kevin Warren.
That would piss me off.
Get our money.
He's making enough at Chicago, though.
We want our money back.
Chicago's like, we didn't know all this. Folks, we'll be back. It's The Drive with AD and Raff. Nick is in the house after a message from our sponsors and teammates.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Spring is here and it's time to get those seeds in the ground. There's no time for delays if your equipment needs a new part. That's why Acres stocks thousands of premium John Deere parts for all your ag machines, planters, sprayers, and tractors. Acres has what you need now. Have the team of John Deere certified technicians. Acres will diagnose and repair your equipment quickly. Visit Acres to find your close local. Our team of parts and professionals are dedicated to keeping you on the Acre Solutions Field.
Warm weather calls for fun in the sun and in the pool. If a backyard pool is in your summer plans, make electrical safety your priority. Visit les.com/safety to keep your family safe.
You've been cooped up inside for too long. School is wrapping up and it's time for a road trip, but the family carriage needs some new tires. We're here to help. The Memorial Day tire sale is happening right now at Graham Tire Company. Goodyear tires, Hankook tires, Nokian tires, Kumho tires, all tires on sale through May 26th. Big instant rebates. It's all happening right now at Graham Tire Company. Hurry, GrahamTireLink.com, getting you to the places that matter most.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today. Website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. Dive into good times and great savings when you take advantage of the above-ground swimming pool sale happening now at Von Zoll Pool & Spa. All in-stock swimming pools are 50% off through the end of May while supplies last. You don't want to miss out on this hot deal. Visit our showroom at 33rd and Pioneers today. Learn more about the promotion at vonzollpool.com. Von Zoll Pool & Spa, every day made better. Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $20 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's old 1908. For a complete list of openings and to visit constructorslincoln.com. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of, from group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Hi, I'm Barb Bettine, President and CEO of the Lincoln YMCA. On behalf of the Y, I want to thank you for voting us Lincoln's Choice for Best Youth Sports Programs, Best Youth Activity Programs, and Best Preschool. These categories represent so much of what we do at the Y, and we're honored to serve thousands of the community each and every day. Just around the corner, I invite you to stop in to one of our 4 branches and learn how the Y can be a part of your family. The Y Outdoor Pools open May 27th, and we can't wait to see you.
If you're interested in installing solar panels in Nebraska, there's a name you need to know. Solar by Alpine Electric is based out of Lincoln, and you can be sure your project will be handled with care and detail because Rick, the owner of Solar by Alpine Electric, will be involved in the entire process from start to finish. We're an REC Solar Certified Pro installer and handle jobs in Lincoln and the surrounding area. Let us show you real-time results in your area. Call Rick today at 402-440-4371. Solar by Alpine Electric.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive, 90.7 The Ticket, wrapping up another show on a Tuesday. Remember, tomorrow from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., we will be at Cedars, 66th and Pioneers. Stop on by, do some giving, because it's Give to Lincoln Day.
Thomas and Lincoln said, you've heard of Warren, he's the real Slim Shady. That is a fact.
No, but I do want to point this out. In Lincoln, more than 300 kids don't have a home, and 3,000 more suffer with homelessness. They need your help. A gift to Cedars makes an immediate impact on Lincoln's kids. How do you donate? Go to givetolincoln.com to donate and specify where you'd like your funds to go. We'd love for you to choose Cedars if you are able to. Once again, Cedars' mission is to help children and youth achieve safety, stability, and enduring family relationships. So once again, as the guy said, we'll be at Cedars tomorrow, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come out, say hello. We'll be outside broadcasting as well.
On the porch
at 66th and Pioneers for Give to Lincoln Day. So show your support for our great city.
That's right. Jim Blue, those guys do a great job at Cedars, man.
Yeah.
It's that time for you to be serenaded.
Oh, boy.
RGT. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now. Now I want to watch it on television.
Missed those. I missed them.
Look at me on television. This is great. Oh, if you're watching on channel 951, you saw a show today. All right, everybody. Awesome. Raff's Good Take today goes out to she graduated, Layla Riley from Lincoln Southeast, best school in the city. She was an early graduate, actually, and she walked across the stage at PBA last weekend. She was involved with YPAR. She was a leader in the Lincoln Public Schools District Scholar Equity equity cadre, and she read to the elementary scholars and facilitated professional development for district staff. So congratulations to Layla. You get Raff's good take of the day.
Yeah,
Well done,
right,
Layla. Well done, Layla. Lincoln Southeast grad, putting in work, doing great
Knights.
things. Absolutely. Well done. Raff, I'm still laughing at you when you was in that TV screen dancing, man.
Constant showman.
In your own head.
I got the shirt on, AD.
Yeah, you do have the shirt that says the expert.
Could you have? Oh, man. I always laugh. I always go back to Jim Rome, and he'd always be like, you cannot self-gloss yourself. Oh, you never met me, Jim Rome.
Self-gloss.
The first thing Raph tells me, one of the first things when we sit down yesterday prior to our golf round, he goes, yeah, AD won't let me celebrate my birthday after Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm like, it's over.
He goes, I did it. I trimmed it down from a month to a week, but now he won't even let me celebrate it past Wednesday.
No, you use more than talk about his birthday today and tomorrow, but after tomorrow, when it's over, it's over.
Boo.
There are no week-long
I
celebrations.
cut it down from a month to a week.
Goodness gracious.
Anyway, what you got for us, AD?
Oh, the AD Attitude Adjustment brought to you by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals all over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time days, evenings, and weekends, help ensure meaningful life for the people you support and helping to achieve their hopes and dreams. ILC.net/careers. Again, that's ILC.net/careers. Folks, there's something I want you to think about today. I think about myself. There's something my dad would always do when he was upset about something. He would pause. I never seen him in my lifetime respond out of emotion. He always stepped away. And my father would always say this: once you say it, it's out there. He goes, wounds that somebody hits you heal. He goes, words linger a long time, son. That's how I would say it, son. Pause. And I saw this quote that just comes right up with it, just kind of galvanized. My father would say, pause, take a deep breath. You can't take it back after you say it, so make sure it's not something you'll later regret. Now, you add this into modern times. When you're pissed off, it's probably not a good time to send a text to somebody, because you go back and look at that text and be like, dang it, the word's already out there, social media, etc. So folks, pause. When you pause, you eliminate a lot of potential pain for yourself and others when you responded out of emotion rather than logic. So take the time to pause. That's the words of Pastor Davis, my pops. That's the AD Attitude Adjustment, and that is the show for today. Tomorrow, as Rav mentioned, we're going to be where, y'all?
Cedars. Give to Lincoln Day, and it's going to be my birthday. All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Donate to
Cedars.
Do not donate to Raff as many times as he please. It is not give to Raff Day.
It's give to Lincoln Day.
It is give to Lincoln Day, 66 and Pinehurst.
Have a good day. Bye.